If your website isn't bringing you clients, it's not because you're bad at marketing. It's because your website is designed for you and not the people that you serve. Now, I want you to stay all the way to the end because when you learn the number one empathy mistake that 99% of emerging entrepreneurs are making, your business will never be the same. Enjoy.
Hmm.
Now, Mayank, why should those who are listening listen to this entire conversation all the way to the end?
Okay. So, what I've noticed throughout my experience is oftentimes business owners are running their business and they are going through, they have a strong marketing strategy going on. For example, Google Ads, TikTok, or Instagram, posting on Instagram, and various other marketing strategies that they are pouring their money and effort into. But the users are they just cannot find helpful information on these platforms. For example, they can't find helpful information on Instagram, and that is the reason they don't move forward with their business, and the effort that they put into their marketing goes to waste. So a website is really at the center of your whole business, and you should be considering as part of your core strategy instead of just as another thing, because if you don't put your focus into it, you will be losing a lot of money and potential clients that you could have.
Now I wanna jump a bit into the deep end, yeah, and I wanna ask this question. You said something very interesting. You said the things that you believe need to change in this world is selfish thinking. You said we should prioritize empathy and care about people without expecting anything in return. I'm curious, why is this so important to you?
Yes, so empathy is something that I my core belief at the bottom of what I do. It is the thing that drives the whole process that I have. We have to understand what are the pain point of the end user before actually building the website, because like the website represents the business and business is there to solve a problem. So we have to understand what users pain point are, what they need, how we can help them. Usually what people think before building a website is that they they have a service to provide and they want to just put it on the website that this is the service that I provide, here it is, like buy my stuff, here are products. But actually we should think it from their lens and try to help them, give them information that we might not have, put it out there. So most of the time people are selfish without actually realizing it, but
Mm.
we should implant more empathy into it.
Oh man, that's so good. People are selfish even without realizing it. That is so good. I know we can dig a whole new rabbit hole with that question. However, this question
Yeah,
came up as you were sharing. In the era that we are living, we are seeing the rise of AI. We see social media, taking over the place, and you would hear a lot of saying going around that websites are dead. Yeah, we don't need websites anymore. All you need is a LinkedIn profile or Instagram account. What would you say to those
mm,
people?
okay. Yeah, sure. So this is first of all, I would say that LinkedIn, Instagram, all of these platforms are rented platforms. You don't own them. They can delete you right at any moment. You can do something wrong without even realizing it, and something goes wrong. Your account gets hacked. It gets deleted. Anything wrong can happen. It happened with me in the past, and I know the pain of it. It's just disappearing overnight. So a website is something that you own. A newsletter, for example, on your website is something that you own and it's your audience. You have it. So website is a something that revolves is represents your business in reality, and you should have it. Everything should be linked to it. Your LinkedIn should be pointing to your website. You should be directing users to helpful information on your website in some way, some form. From Instagram, like grab my stuff, grab it some way. Here is my blog, here is my video, upload them, host events via website. It is your platform basically.
Yeah, that's such a good answer. You made me think of the metaphor of dating, right? When you go to date, you would go out at other people platform at maybe other events, and then you
Hmm.
meet the girl of your dream there. And then the goal is to, eventually get her home, to marry her and bring her to your home, yeah, like your website. And I think it's the same concept as well. It's like, these social media platforms, they are useful. While they are useful, is more or less, it's rented property. Yeah, it's like we're leasing the
Hmm.
property more or less, so we don't own, the real estate there. So good, so good, so good. Now, my audience are here to, start making an income, doing the thing that they love. Yeah, moving out from the 9 to 5. Yeah, and pursuing that
Hmm.
career, building soul aligned business. And they're passionate, purpose driven educators looking to make that transition. And your journey and expertise in website design, yeah, has this no BS approach to results. So what would be what are some of the kind of insights that they would need when they're getting started from your opinion?
Okay, so in my opinion, first of all, is something that they need a crystal clear offer that they need to put out on the website, because before even getting started building a website for their business, the an offer is really important. If you have a weak offer, then no matter how good of a web designer you hire, they won't be able to perform a really good job. Okay, and like you cannot sell a product that no one wants to buy. But if you have a strong offer, even if you hire not so good web designer, then your website will shine. It will be really powerful. I have
Mm,
seen that for various business owners. They design websites on their own, and they have a so strong and compelling offer that it just automatically comes together. They don't have to
mm,
put in too much extra effort, and a web designer just takes it to another level. Okay, so first thing is offer before they get started, and after that they can research a web designer who knows his stuff. Most of the web designers out there, they don't even know the basics.
they
It's
should
a tough
research
reality.
Mayank. Yeah, they should be researching Mayank.
Yes, and there are a lot of basic things, simplifying various content that you put on the website, simplifying your thoughts, and sharing social proof, and sharing your achievements. For example, you have given TED talks and a lot of podcasts. You have met a lot of people. You should, if you have a website, then you should be putting all of these things so that people know that you have talked to so many amazing people, you had such an amazing experiences, and you have transformed lives. You should share success stories, and these are all the things that you should be doing on the website. It's not too much about the design, it's just the concept
Mm,
of it, of
mm,
considering the end person as a human, and having
mm.
empathy for him, that he needs a solution and you are here to help him. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I love how you always time back that idea of empathy. Yeah, and I think that was my biggest insight from the beginning of the conversation. Sometimes we're being selfish without knowing it, not taking the end user perspective and what they need into consideration. And Mayank, you've helped over 150 businesses, land premium clients to their websites. I'm curious, what is the biggest mistake you see new entrepreneurs make in their websites, and what should they do instead?
Hmm. And as I mentioned previously, that biggest mistake is their lack of understanding, like being selfish, basically, that they should be clear of how they will be helping the end user. For example, you go on a website, most of the website, they just are too generic. They add just too generic information that we will help your business shine through in future. This is the headline they use, something like this. So I don't get to know what the business is all about, like at all. So headline must be crisp, and the text below it should be crisp. Emails that you use should be related to your business, and basically sharing social proof and mm, uh, various ways that you can help users in their journey. Sharing success stories is really important, the transformation that you have built. Okay, and mm, people, you should keep visitors on your own website. These are the basic things, but the biggest thing is the top section of the website, where they should be optimizing the headline and the text below it, and the adding call to actions for it.
Mm,
Okay, that what is the next step? Should they view your services? Is there a lead magnet that you should be providing? And yes, you should be sharing something compelling that they might want to get, that is really quick, which we call lead magnet. And so it is a really small thing that they can have, that they can grab. It should be related to your offer and they just want to have it. Another created, I don't remember their name, but they had a concept of it being a golden duck that you have, but you want to give it to the end person. It's precious for you, but you are just giving it away, and all they have to do is give their email in return. Okay,
Mm,
it should be that precious. So these are all the concepts that they should be implementing.
mm. Yeah, yeah. You drop a lot of golden nugget, and I love that you bring back the whole golden duck. And as my listeners are listening, if you heard a golden nugget, just drop that nugget in the chat. And you said something interesting. One thing, because both of us are connected on LinkedIn, both of us create content on LinkedIn, and you mentioned how important the headline is important. And in my head, when I think headline, I'm thinking the hook, the first thing that you use to grab your audience. And if your hook doesn't grab the audience, everything else doesn't matter. Yeah, and I think the
Yes,
same thing applies to the
100%.
headline as well, right? And I think it goes back to the whole idea of empathy, because some listeners may be thinking, oh, why should I think about creating all these fancy salesy kind of hooks when I can just give them all the information that they need? So I'm really happy that you land on the idea of creating hooks. And the question I like to ask is, what is a tool that you use with your clients to help them create a headline that really keeps users' attention and really, communicate from a place of empathy? What is a tool that you use that maybe our listeners can leverage as they're listening?
uh, uh, to be honest, if a tool is helpful for those people who are not that good. For example, tool can be helpful for me because I don't know much about the business that person is operating. But a person general, if someone is building their own website, they don't need a tool, because they have to express themselves in a raw term. Their website should express the real thought of the business, what how it is helping. That's it. It's as simple as that. But any tool, if you want to use, I don't use many tool, but only one that I use is chat gpt to generate a couple of ideas, to word it in a different way, unique ways. That's it. Because sometimes we cannot express ourselves in a proper way, and it really helps us out with it. Okay.
Mm. Awesome, awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
simple.
Now,
Yeah, simplicity, not getting too much complicated with it.
definitely, we gotta keep it simple, stupid. And you offer 100% money back guarantee if the site doesn't help increase profit. Now that's really bold. That's really bold. I'm curious, what goes into designing a website that's not just pretty? Yeah, but actually converts. So you mentioned having the headline at the top and the call to action. But is there anything else that goes into a website that actually help it convert for you to make such a bold statement?
Okay, yeah, offering 100 money back guarantee if a site doesn't generate profit is a big, bold statement. And mm, oftentimes, what I do, like throughout my experience, there was only one person who claimed that, money back, like give me my money back. And out of out of so many clients, if there
That
is one
means you've
person,
been
I
in the
think
game.
yeah, yeah. People love my website. They really enjoy, like they have a good experience with my
Mm,
service. And overall, like, mm, if I have to give like how you should be, what you should be doing with the website to get it to be high converting, is that structuring your website in a helpful way. For example, as I said, the top section is like the hook. It should grab people's attention. It should tell exactly how it'll be helping. And after that, you should be prioritizing various important sections, to build trust, to build authority, to share your services. You have to just have a good mix of it. And let me tell you how a website is structured. At the top, there is a top section, we call it hero section. It tells exactly where the what we serve, how we will help users. And at the bottom there is a footer section, which adds a link to all of the important links that the users can have, for example social media links, and website links, all of these. And before that, there must be a call to action. Before the bottom section, there must be a call to action section, like the end call to action. This is the last call to action that we can have to grab users attention, and in between those two things we can have various things like showing our reviews, showing video testimonials, showing ourselves as a leader, like uh, going to various events, showing our photos, with giving talks, having podcasts, etc., all of this to present our authority. And if we can also present various services. We have to prioritize things that users want to see on in the order they would like to see, and we should
Mm.
be mm, put like expressing like pain points that they might have, specific pain points, like just like we are talking to them in real life. In real life we talk to our clients and they say certain things that they have a certain pain points. We should be adding those points, the most
Mm.
common ones, and we should showing how I will be helping. This way they know that this is the right person to choose and they are comfortable with going forward. Yeah, it
Yeah.
builds trust.
Yeah. Yeah. You said something interesting there. And I think this is a goal and nugget for me is that we should prioritize the things that our clients want to see in the order that they want to see. And sometimes
Yes.
we don't get that part because sometimes we can prioritize the things they want to see, but they're in the wrong order. Because imagine if we put the
Hmm.
headline in the footer and the footer in the headline, and it's just all over the place. So order is also as important.
It's
Yeah, and
important. Yes.
I'm curious, Mayank, if a farmer educator with zero design skills, but they have a killer offer, yeah, comes to you,
Mhm.
how would you guide them to build a website that would attract a high paying client?
Okay, so yes, the first thing that you mentioned, they have a killer offer, which is the baseline or everything, and they must have it. It's really recommended. You don't need to have a perfect website, but you need to have a powerful offer. That's important. It should be compelling, that even if you don't have a website, they try to find your offer somewhere, like they go to your YouTube channel to find it wherever it is. It might be on Google Docs. They will be okay with going forward with it, even if it's anywhere. A website just does a good job of presenting that offer. Okay, and so that's the baseline, and after that I will be preparing strategy. I will be guiding them through the steps of what are the things, what are the various ways of capturing their information on the website. For example, there are some people who want to users who want to just sign up and they want to go ahead with a course, so there must be an easy option to do that. There are some people who are not so ready at the moment and they might just want to go with the newsletter, so they can just go with the newsletter. And there might be some people who are looking for helpful information on your website, or some people who are looking for learning more about your services. They are in learning phase. Some people keep analyzing you for months and they go forward with you after some time. So these are all types of audience we should be preparing our strategy for. Okay, so strategy comes first. We should be preparing our website for it. We should be laying out various pages that they might need, for example services page, blog page if you need, and lead magnet page that we have to uh, grab their email address with. Some people just really want to grab the lead magnet to learn that information and they don't want to deal with any other stuff. We have to grab the information. Grabbing information is really important. Okay, like contact information, their email address is really important, so that we can nurture them and have them as clients sometime in future, right? So I will prepare a strategy for them, and if they want to hire me as a web designer, then I will prepare the design phase of it after that, and I will be working on presenting, designing various sections, and then coding their website. And if they want to build it on their own, then I will recommend them various tools that they can use, drag and drop tools that they can use to build their own website. uh, yeah, and I will help them launch the website in the end. Yeah, this is the rough process that I will go through.
Awesome, awesome. And if someone is listening right now, they already have a killer offer and they want a website to, start bringing those high paying client, get this strategy set up, get the design work done from you, how can they connect with you? Yeah, where should they go to get this awesome process that you have just laid out?
Okay, so my website is thewebsitetimes.com. Okay, it is kind of simple. And my LinkedIn profile, it is Mayank Singh. It is a bit tough for because it's a really common name in my country, so it's a bit tough to find out. So the user should go on my website, thewebsitetimes.com.
You can't get any simpler than that. We gotta keep it simple, stupid, because we're learning how to do this, and there's joy in the journey. Yeah. So see the website again. The
Thewebsitetimes.com.
My man, you can't forget that. The website times.com. Man, Mike, I'm so thankful for you to, guesting on this show. And I told you initially when I reached out, this is gonna be part one. And I know we're gonna have a part two. And it's just to show how much you're growing as well as everybody who's listening to this. This has been truly a valuable conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, Diana, thank you so much for having me in this conversation. It really means a lot. Thank you so much.